Hello everyone. Today we are introducing the function of new from template. Since the specifications of each project are defined, it is necessary to establish a set of templates based on our specifications in advance. When working on future projects with different data, we can follow the established template. First, it is more convenient. Second, it facilitates the uniformity and management of the entire data in the future. To create a new template, we need a set of data. First, create a new project. Trajectory and panoramic images are optional. After creating a new project, there is a layer configuration button in the lower left corner of the software interface. Clicking it will allow us to configure the layers we need in the project. The layer selection box displays built-in layers that cannot be deleted or have their types modified. However, we can change their names. For example, the road markings, which called lane line or road marking layers in the software. But for your own project, road markings may have another definition, such as lane marking. At this time, we can rename the software's template. Second, after renaming the template, the subsequent road feature extraction or road facility extraction will be stored in this layer. Naming layers according to our project reduces the need for copying geometry between layers. Second, we can customize layers that are not in the software template. That is, we can define some special layers within the specifications. For example, define a lane vector layer, which is later placed in the specifications and specifies some special lines on the road surface. Then, since this layer is a linear layer, select Line for layer type, and finally click Add, and the layer will be defined. Of course, we can also define its attribute fields at the same time, because for projects such as maps or surveys, the fields to be added to each layer are fixed. Therefore, based on these specifications, we can preset the fields and their types for each layer. Once the attribute geometry is extracted in the software, we only need to fill in the attributes. For example, according to specifications, the road marking lane layer, a color field with a text type and a length of 255 is required. Additionally, it also needs a length field, which is a float, and so on. We can set up any fields you need in each layer. For example, regarding the color field, for the markings on the road surface, the possible colors are white, yellow, or other colors which can be defined in the software. For example, 0 can be defined as other, 1 represents white, and 2 represents yellow. Other attributes are also defined in a similar way. We can define the enumeration values of each attribute. One thing to note is that generally, enumeration values have fixed values and are expressed using an integer type. Therefore, we can only define the existence of enumeration values when the field's type is set to short. For example, in the software for the road marking layer, there are many types defined in its type field, such as straight arrow, left turn arrow, and so on. These enumeration values have already been defined. When you draw or automatically extract, the enumeration value will be stored in the corresponding attribute table. This makes it convenient for attribute filling and statistics. Based on our specifications, we can define the attributes of each layer and set any values for fields that already have them. Once the configuration is done, click Save and name the custom template. For example, after the name of a project or something that we can remember easily. After saving the template, we will see it in the New from Template list. Since each project may involve multiple sets of data, each set of data may be created as a separate project. when we use Computer for the same project, we can directly click on the New from Template list. Then select the project we have set up, and then configure the point cloud trajectory, image, etc. After completing the customization, we can see the layers that were defined in the template and any additional layers we added under the Custom Vector Node list. If we rename any of the built-in layers, the built-in layer will also be updated accordingly, which makes it more convenient to perform other operations. For example, in the road marking lane layer, we draw some lines and see that the attribute list of a single feature has the color and length fields that we customized earlier. Regarding the color field, it is worth noting that when selecting a color, the software displays its meaning rather than its value. However, after selecting a color, the value is stored, so we do not have to worry about this. Even if we export the layer as a shape.file and view it in other GIS software, the attribute table will always store the value rather than the meaning. This is because the software displays the meaning for easy selection. In the attribute table of the entire layer, we can see the meaning of our selection, making it more convenient. The length can also be calculated by clicking Calculate Length, and the number of decimal places is determined by the field type set when the field was created. This concludes the introduction of the New from Template feature. Thank you for watching.